I leveled up. Time to refine my skills. Using jump run.
I have come to save the day. Maybe? Who's ready to fly on a zip line? I am. Select an upgrade. I should get an upgrade. You can never have too many upgrades.
When combined with other movement techs. This is an edge bug. Now, in other Source games like Counter-Strike, edge bugs are used as a way to negate full damage, but in Apex, they're a way to negate full stun so you can keep your movement going. Edge bugs are essentially tiny slopes that stop you from taking full stun when you land. It's frequently doable when hitting the very edges of certain props. This can be done on things like the gravity cannon to stop your stun, or after certain falls. Edge bugging is essentially just hitting the edge of something and hoping you don't get stunned. The most famous and controversial movement tech that is in Apex is tap strafing. And this is controversial because Respawn have tried to remove it several times actually. I think I've genuinely lost count of the amount of times they've tried to remove it. But every time they choose to keep it in game because people love it so much and people get that mad at the prospect of it being removed. Tap strafing is essentially a method to preserve your momentum and immediately make turns while in midair. And if you don't understand what I mean, this is tap strafing. I jump off the jump pad and I just completely snap 90 degrees right and keep all of my speed. And if I tried to do this without a tap strafe, this is what it would look like. I would lose all of my speed and basically just fall to the ground. Tap strafes are technically doable on keyboard and controller, but they're 1,000 times easier on keyboard and mouse because of one simple thing. Tap strafes, much like super jumps, require you to stack a single input several times within a small window. And the input you stack with tap strafes is is the W key, as to do a tap strafe you have to slide, let go of your forward movement key, and then hold
I should get
any
an
side
upgrade.
movement key.
You can
So
never have
A
too many
or D.
upgrades.
And then you jump, and then stack about 10 W inputs on top of each other within a second. And because for most humans, it's impossible to spam W several times in a second consistently, most people, much like with super jumps, opt to bind their forward movement key to the scroll wheel so they can input several forward inputs within a second. So,
I want bigger arms for hugging more friends. Must be time for an upgrade. I should get an upgrade. I've always wanted an eye patch. I've chosen an upgrade, and it's chosen me. Max level. I'm the best. I want bigger arms for hugging more friends. Must be time for an upgrade. I better select. Picked an upgrade, friend. Using grapple. Here I go.
Once again, to tap strafe, you slide, let go of forward, hold a key in the sideways direction you want to go into, jump, and then do your forward inputs. This can also be done off a jump pad with the double jump. Essentially, it's the same. You hold a sideways direction key, hit the second jump, and then stack your forward inputs. This is technically possible once again by spamming the W key, but it's going to be way easier if you use a scroll. And as you've likely guessed by now, this is really hard to do on controller, and without external assistance, it's essentially impossible, which is why Respawn tried to remove it in the past. Respawn did try to give controllers a way to tap strafe with this Octane perk where he can change momentum in midair, but it never really took off. And also, most of the ways controllers were able to tap strafe in the past have been patched. And currently, it seems like the only way to do it is have a PlayStation controller and essentially treat the touchpad as a scroll wheel. I believe Misery has the most updated guide here. Let's do a movement tech that's a bit more fun and a bit more recent, as have you ever gone off an Octane jump pad and wanted to triple jump instead of double jump? Well, this is possible with Sparrow. And no, it's not as simple as using his passive and then the second Octane jump. That's not how it works, as your passive isn't active until you touch a solid surface, aka the ground. But a few people discovered you can trick Apex into thinking you touched the ground by simply touching a wall for a very short amount of time. To demonstrate, here is a Sparrow triple jump. You jump off the jump pad, activate your double jump, and then hit a wall for a very short amount of time, wall bounce off it, and then you gain access to your Sparrow double jump. So this movement tech essentially requires a wall bounce in mid-air. This is easier than it looks. Go to the firing range and try this, and you'll be able to learn how to triple jump really easily. But obviously triple jumps do require a wall near you that you have to touch to reset your jump. The next movement tech is a mantle jump, which honestly looks harder than it is. I thought this was like a really ridiculous hard tech for the longest time, but when I learned it for this video, I was like, oh, that's it. Mantle jumps require two things, a zip line and a surface you can hang off near the zip line, making this building on World's Edge an absolute hot spot for people to try out their mantle jump skills. So how do you mantle jump? Well, you start going up a zip line, and when you're able to mantle a ledge, you jump off the zip line. When climbing up the ledge, you press your backwards key once to start falling off the ledge, and while falling, you look straight down and then super jump. So interact and then double jump, and then that should mantle jump you. I know that is a lot, so this is how I practiced it.
थोड़ी सी गड़बड़ होने लग रहा है, चेक करना पड़ेगा ये। अरे यार, भाई कहाँ है अभी मेंटल जंप बताओ, इसकी बार है भैया।
Using grapple. Here I go.
क्या पहले तो ये करो, पूरा चढ़ गया तो। चुप गया है क्या भाई?
I went here, took the zip line, and then hung off the edge. When hanging off this edge, I could just wait for as long as I wanted to and prepare myself for the jump. When I was ready, I would hold W, which is the forward movement key, and then press S once to cancel the climb, which would cause me to fall off the ledge. I would dart my mouse downwards and then super jump, and then it would work. This takes some practice, but you will get used to it. Your brain just needs to get used to doing so many things.
अभी तो नहीं आ रही बाकी सोते हैं तो क्या पिक्चर है यार बस करने ही वाला था मैं सर्वर रनिंग खोल रहा हूँ झेल नहीं पा रहा है क्या लोड सर्वर
It's zipline time. Using grapple.
myself for the jump. When I was ready, I would hold W, which is the forward movement key, and then press S once to cancel the climb, which would cause me to fall off the ledge. I would dart my mouse downwards and then super jump, and then it would work. This takes some practice, but you will get used to it. Your brain just needs to get used to doing so many things.
Hold W, press S, और तेरी बहन का Hold W, अरे हाँ ठीक है अरे चढ़ जा नहीं अब आ गया अब देखो W प्रेस S फिर एकदम से हाँ बस इजी W होल्ड तेरी पूरा बस हो ही गई थी बस देखो भाई अच्छा अरे नहीं बहुत इजी बस F ज्यादा दिक्कत आ रही है S और F कैसे दबाऊंगा यार?
I love celebrating with my best friends. That's you.
अपन क्या करके रखते हैं? एक स्टेप करते हैं, चढ़ पहले जिप लाइन चलो यहाँ तक चढ़े, यहाँ पे होल्ड W करो, ये होल्ड W कर दिया अपन ने, ये होल्ड W किया इधर से, है ना? अब इसके बाद अपने को S दबाना है, S दबाया आप, हाँ ठीक ठीक, ये W होल्ड W करके S दबाना है, होल्ड W और ये S और फिर नीचे देखना है, ठीक है? हाँ 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 क्या भाई ये होल्ड डायरेक्ट ऐसे ही कर दूंगा। ओह बस थोड़ा साइड उछाल। नहीं गलत बता रहा है, इसकी माँ की जो दूसरी वीडियो से देख।
Want to learn mental jump? Do you have any tips that it can help me? Break it down. Like, what are you doing? You know? It's a super jump. It's a super jump. But for you to be able to do a super jump, you got to be standing on the ground, right? And that's where the mental comes in. Because right now, it counts as if you're on the ground. What you do is, you sit, you mantle, you drop down, and then you look down or look up and super jump. Right? That helped me a lot when I just started.
इतना मारूंगा।
Zipline movement in Apex Legends is by far my favorite.
चुप रह।
Remember me, friends. I may kill you.
हाँ भाई, कौन क्या बोल रहा था? अरे पर आगे क्यों नहीं हो रही है? सब तो ठीक है। कोई और वीडियो देख तो अच्छे से समझा रहा हूँ।
How to mantle jump in less than 30 seconds. The first thing you want to do is pick a short legend. Legends like Wraith, Watson, and Lifeline. That's because taller legends will hit their head on the top of a zip line. Next, what you want to do is go into settings and bind your secondary jump key to scroll wheel down.
रुको फिर। इसका मतलब legend। ये legend।
What a rush! We are awesome!
करूंगा ना मैं किसी दिन इसको। अरे देख
Now to practice executing the mantle jump, hop on a wall like this. To mantle jump, you need to look either straight up or straight down, fall backwards into the zip line, and super jump. I also have a video on super jump if you don't know how to do that. Going
तो भूसड़ी का कैसे बता रहा था वो गड़ मारा। चल भाई। शूट के।
Going slow, it should look like this. And now you know how to mantle jump in less than 30 seconds. The
अच्छा ओके ओके
My legs are ready to go. zipline here. Love these things. That's what you get for trying to outrun me. It's go time! Bet I can find some good stuff around here.
This time will be different. Phasing.